Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to this week's Monday Motivation. These motivations are designed especially for you to motivate your Monday, your morning, and even your week. And thank you so much to those of you who watch these back, like throughout the week, who share these, who add comments, even let me know that you're watching on the replay as well. Thank you so much. So this morning, the topic is a strange topic, and I was actually going to start speaking about this last week, and then yesterday here in London it seemed was the day of the flying ants. Anyone who's familiar with flying ants, they have got a proper name, I think they're teleapes or something like that, but anyone who's familiar with flying ants will know that they're bigger than the average little ants that we're sometimes used to seeing here in the UK. And they got busy yesterday. They were all over the place, flying around, crawling around. So I put out a kind of a joking post on my personal Facebook page and said, you know, today is a day of a flying ant. Who can see them? Which is strange because about a week ago, I think it was, I'd been talking to somebody and I'd said, oh, I wonder what day Flying Ant Day is. And they were like, what are you talking about, Flying Ant Day? And I said, there's always a day in the summer, I know it's normally sometime in July, where everywhere you look, for normally just a day, there are like these ants everywhere. And they looked at me like I'd grown two heads. I don't know what you're talking about. So, you know, that was that part of the conversation. But here's the reason why I'm talking about ants on a Monday motivation. Hey, it's my friend Sarah. Sarah, we've known each other for a few decades. How scary is that? But hello, nice to hear you, she says. And Alan says good morning too. So if you're like Sarah, Alan, and anyone else who pops up on this, do say hello. I love it when you say hello to me, and I love it when you say good morning and hello to each other too. So a few weeks ago now, I noticed I had ants in my kitchen, the traditional small ants. And whilst they were a pain in the backside, you know, the weather had got hot and obviously forced them out on their summer holiday, I was trying to work out how best I could kind of get rid of them. Where could I divert them to? I don't want them in my home, you know, I'd rather they play outside. So I went through a number of methods, like apparently wiping down surfaces with vinegar. They don't like the smell of vinegar. So I don't know if that means the vinegar has to always be wet. Apparently they don't like the zest in orange peel or citrus fruits for that matter. And I did try that, and it seemed that I managed to cure them of their dislike for orange peel and citrus, because after a little while they started to become curious. And in fact, I think there was one day where I looked and they appeared to be sleeping in the segment of orange peel, in the pith of the orange peel. So that didn't work. But what it led me to think about was how we can adopt some of the traits that ants have, because they're fascinating creatures. I mean, I'm not going to give you an ant lesson right now, but they are really fascinating. And I wrote down a list of traits that are associated with ants. And here's the reason why I think this is really motivational. If we could be more ant, there's possibly situations, there are possibly things in our lives that we could try. I'm not going to say should, we could try, that might get us over a hump of something or stop us from feeling stuck and help us to be able to progress with the thing that we're doing. So here are the list of traits in no particular order, and now I wish I'd got my glasses, so I'm going to pull that funny reading face. So they're known for their strength, they're known for their diligence, they're known for their willpower, they're known for their honesty. I'm not sure how they found that one out, but they're known for their honesty. They are known for their unity. They're also known for their patience. Also also they're associated with stamina. If I can read my writing, stamina, what else? Loyalty, and two other things that I can't read because I haven't got my glasses on and it's hurting my eyes to read. I should really bring my glasses every time, but I never do. And as I read that list, I thought, there's some really cool and positive traits. So how can you find your own ant list, and how could you be more ant? Well, an exercise that I love doing when I have the time and space to do it with clients, and one that I like doing myself just because of the feel-good factor, is around discovering our values. Now, I have been to workshops where people have talked about values and what it means and how we can explore them. But to actually go through the process of identifying your own values is actually a really heartwarming process. They're the things that make you tick. They're the things that are almost innate to you. And they very rarely change. You might add a few more as you go through life, but even recalling them and going through the exercise that I do with clients, and like I say with myself periodically, it just gives you such a great, good feeling factor. So start to get familiar with what your values are. And it's interesting because you might have seen up there's a save the date. More details are coming, but today I will be announcing, later on today, I'll be announcing a 3-day online live event. This is not a series of webinars or recordings, and it's all around visibility made easy. And I'm excited about this. And what we will do, or one of the things we'll do throughout the 3 days, we will touch on how your values can help putting yourself out there, putting your work out there seem more easily, even if you've been doing it for a long time. You know, I've been really blessed to help people who are complete newbies at this, but also people that have already got quite a following, got quite an audience, already well known, to be able to grow that part of themselves even more. And one of the things that I recognise certainly is our values and what we stand for. So if we were ants and we stood for loyalty, and it's fine if that's not one of your values, I'm not saying pick a list of nice words and make sure that they're your values, but what I am saying is when we can discover what we stand for, what we truly stand for, no matter what, it's somehow liberating. It then bleeds into everything we do. You know, Sarah, who's on here, who I've known for many years, even though we haven't seen each other for a few of those years, she's a marketeer. So with her marketing work, on some level, she will already know this and be doing this, but might not be using it in a different way. And this is a good example of how our values can really affect what we do. So, or can have an effect and affect what we do. So here's the rub. How can you be more ant? What do you feel you need to motivate you to move forward this week? Do you feel that you need more strength? Okay. Do you feel that you need a little bit more diligence? Is it that your levels of willpower need to be turned up a notch or maybe down a notch? Is it honesty? Now, this is an interesting one because you might think, well, honesty, how can that be helpful? And I always say the best way to start is honesty for yourself. Do you know how many people, people, developing people I know, people that really make a difference, that spread their work far and wide, they cause a really positive ripple effect. They're the kindest people I know, they're the most giving people I know, yet when it comes to themselves, all of a sudden that goes out the window. They much prefer to beat themselves up, have harsh words with themselves, tell themselves that they're stupid or not worth it. And that always saddens me because that's a form of dishonesty if you think about it. If you can start with being honest with yourself, not telling tales to yourself, not making up stories about yourself, especially the ones that aren't true, this is a really, really great way to build firm foundations, not just for being visible and getting yourself out there, but for the things we do in life. Because for a majority of the people who watch what I do, they or someone in their life will be running their own business. They or someone in their life will be looking to propel their career, to progress their career. And one of the things that's really important is that we get truthful and honest with ourselves. So this is a trait apparently that ants have. So that's just one thing that you might choose for your Monday to take you all the way through your week to be more ant. Diligence. They are very diligent and they're patient. They're so patient. So Sarah's just saying, it's so true, Jenny. Some of my key values are kindness, self-love and fun. So I remember we used to have a lot of fun, and this is the thing, these things don't change. And isn't it interesting, Sarah, how sometimes we forget that we can have fun ourselves and we infuse it in our businesses, but we just forget the simple basics, you know. So I love that comment. I absolutely love that comment. So yes, which of those traits do you think, if you took on a bit more for this week, could motivate you? Is it loyalty? Is it strength? Is it diligence? Is it willpower? Is it honesty? Is it unity? I love the way that, well, not when they're in your house and you don't want them, but I do love the way that ants come together, unity. This reminds me of my old raving days, peace, love and unity, you know. There was like one mission. In fact, the unity was so strong that at a rave, which was very different to the nightclubs back then, and even to this day, not that anyone's going to one at the moment, everyone used to face in one direction, and that direction was towards the front, towards the DJ. And I was reading a book recently, Delivering Happiness, and there's a comment in the book about that. A comment in the book about the warehouse parties, I think, in New York, and how everyone faces the DJ. So where is it that you could use a little more unity? Where is it that too much unity is causing you to lose focus, you know? Have a look at those things. And be patient with yourself, eh? Be patient with yourself. So until next week's Monday Motivation, I'm going to say ciao for now. And for those of you that are wanting to know more about Visibility Made Easy, the details will be shown on this page a little later on today. But if you're in the Visibility Vibes Tribe's Facebook group, or even on that email list, you'll find out a bit sooner with a very, very special tickle your tonsils invitation to join at a special Viber rate. Okay, so I'm really excited about what I'm going to share. Visibility Made Easy, in a nutshell, is going to help you to boost your visibility from wherever you are. I don't want people to be saying, post-pandemic or after the pandemic, I will, because there's a lot that you can do now, especially if you're a people helping person. So day one is all about boosting your visibility, and it's going to be my visibility boosting secrets. Some of the stuff you may have heard me share before, that's all good and all visibility boosting, but I'm actually going to go deeper because now we've got 3 days to do it. But it's not going to be all teach. There's going to be some stuff that you can do, some things that you can do straight away, so that by day 2 you come back and you're like, oh my gosh, I did this, and this is what happened. You're going to get to share with the other people that are there too. And if you've got kids in the background, don't worry. As long as you're muted, and I shall make sure that happens throughout the 3 days, you're welcome. You know, you're really welcome. Gives you 3 days to really inhale your purpose and exhale your visibility out into the world. I'm really excited about this. The last time I did a 3-day event was a number of years ago, about 6 years ago. And I just thought, you know what? Why not? Why not now? Why not help as many people as I can to ride the crest of the wave that this pandemic has brought for some people. It's completely possible, completely doable. I'll be sharing stories, not just from myself, but from many other people who have boosted their own visibility and got out there. So can't wait to let you know more. I'm going to nick off and get that done, and then I will see you really soon. But if you could do me one favour, I know that this is about ants, I know this might seem a bit random and strange, but if you or someone you know could use a little motivation, if you can click the share button, share it to your timeline, here's why. You never know who of your friends, family, peers, work colleagues, or anybody else could use a bit of motivation. And if them finding or going on an exploration to find out their own values helps them to motivate their Monday, then that job has been done with just a simple click and a share. Thank you so much, Sarah and Alan, for watching and typing. Thank you for those of you who've popped on and popped off, and I'm sure that I will hear from many of you as we go through the day and the week. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.